All right. So, um, when I was a kid, just like everybody, right? I got into trouble, like lots of trouble, and I was like 12 years old, and my mom was like, "All right, you're not staying home this summer. Like, you're gonna either go to summer school, summer camp, do something, or your uncle just got back. You can go stay with your uncle." So, I'm like, well, my uncle, my cousin, like, yeah, I'll just go spend the summer with them, no problem. So they had just got back from Mexico, and they bought what's called like a distribution business. So they had the rights to Mission Tortillas, Guerrero Tortillas, and they were the guys that went and delivered tortillas to like the grocery stores, right? Well, so like I get thrown into like helping them. But again, I'm 12 years old. So for those of you guys that don't know, that delivery tortilla business, it's not done at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's done at 3, 4, 5 in the morning. Okay. So we get up at 1 o'clock in the morning and we're dividing like pallets of tortillas. For those of you that have never been in Indio at 1 o'clock in the morning in the summer, it's still 100 degrees. It just smells because it's so humid and it's 100 degrees. But you're dripping sweat at 1 in the morning. So I'm 12 years old, dividing pallets of tortillas, then going to like Vaughn's, Alberts, not what was it, Alberts, it was Lucky's back then, Ralph's, going to the stores, 12 years old, stocking the shelves, cleaning boxes and all that stuff. And but I also got to hang out with my uncle, and through sort of like an old school, like he wasn't really an apprentice, but I got to see what he was doing and watch and learn. So I was watching him, and he's in his office making calls, and he's calling. They call them shipping and receiving managers. So the guys that accept the merchandise at the store, and he's making calls, inviting them to go to breakfast and go to lunch, and the guys were getting caught off guard. Like, why is this guy calling me for lunch or for breakfast? Like, this never happens. But a part of the relationship is that they get to negotiate how much space you have in the store. So the more space you have, the more merchandise you can put, and the more sales you get. So I got him see, make the appointment, go to the lunch, develop the relationship that eventually leads to more business. And that's like a lot of like the root of like what I do. You develop the relationship first. Business comes, you know, but the relationships that you have eventually lead to opportunities and more business. And I got to experience that and see that like hands on at a very young age. So I think that was really like instrumental in like me learning how to do business, and then also the hard work. I got to learn like the work ethic, how to build relationships, how to nurture relationships, the friendships, and also the business part of it. I remember at the end, like the summer passed, and I was like exhausted, like dead tired. I'd never worked before, and like to work this hard, like with grown men. So I was like cleaning the warehouse, stacking wood pallets up so that the next day we can get the new load. And I was so tired that like I um I climbed up the top of the pallets and fell asleep. And my uncle was pissed because I messed something up. So he's like screaming, yelling, looking at for me, like, "Where is he? I can't find him." Like, because I messed something up and he wants me to fix it. And finally, he finds me, and like he lets me have it. Like, what are you doing? Like, I didn't bring you here to sleep. I brought you here to work. If you're not gonna work, like, I'll take you back to your mom, and you can stay at home with your mom. And I just like, okay, uncle, like whatever you say, no problem. Um, when payday came around, the first payday, um, he gave me $50, and yeah, so I had this look like, what? Like from 1 to 1 o'clock, 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it's $50. Like, are you kidding me? Even at 12 years old, I understood there's something wrong here. But like I give him that look, and he looks back, and he's like what? Like, do you have something to say? That just not. He didn't say it, but it's that kind of look. And he's like, okay, well, I give you roof, I give you shelter, I give you food, and I give you work. This is what's left over. So the whole summer went by. and it's time to go home, time to go back to school. And he pulls me to the side. He's like, "Hey, dude, you like not dude, but hey, nephew, like you worked hard. Um, thank you. I appreciate it. You're welcome to come back whenever you want." And he hands me an envelope, and there's a couple grand in it. So I'm like totally off guard, like, "Whoa, what's this?" Um, and he just sort of like laughed and smiled. He's like, "You didn't really think I was gonna give you $50, did you?" He's like, "I just didn't want to give it to you because you didn't want to spend it on freaking candy and stupid shit, you know? Like I was saving it for you so you could have it to go back to go buy school clothes or whatever." He's like, "But you're welcome to have it whenever you want." So yeah, it was a cool experience. Like it taught me, like I said, the work ethic and the relationships and just the whole like introduction to business.